Yeah, my peoples. You already know what this is, man. Welcome to Box Center. I'm your host, JSmiff, and we're gonna talk boxing. I'm your connection. I'm your plug. You already know, man. Your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. We're gonna do what we do, man. Um, let's get this started off right away. Errol, the Truth Spence, is going to be facing off with Sebastian Fundora. That has now been confirmed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is a fight that we just didn't know if it was going to happen. Taking into account that Crawford was already in position with that mandatory status to fight Fundora next. But apparently, Fundora and Crawford ironed that out, and Fundora's going to be fighting Errol. It looks like, I think December or January. I'm not sure. We got to talk about that fight, man. We got to talk about that fight. Errol, the Truth, Spence versus Sebastian Fundora. You know, for a minute there, I thought that fight wasn't going to happen, to be honest. Because first they said it was going to happen, I don't know, I think it was like October of this year. Then it got pushed to November. Then Crawford got mandated to fight Fundora. So all these things are happening to where it seemed like Errol and Crawford was just not going to fight. I mean, Errol and Fundora was just not going to fight. And I tell you what, man, where Errol Spence inactivity, you have to wonder. El Fantasma de Geraldo. What's good, my G? You already know what this is, man. Breaking news. Errol the True Spence is going to be fighting Sebastian the Tower Inferno Fundora. Who you got in that fight? Let me know right now who you got in that fight. Because I tell you what, I really find myself thinking about the fact that, number one, the last time that Errol fought is when he took that horrible beating from Bud Crawford. And number two, he's been inactive for quite some time. Now, when I take those two factors, that inactivity, and at some point he was really out of shape, so he has to get back in shape to fight Fundora, I think that combination is going to be tough to overcome, especially with him fighting somebody who has such a huge height and reach advantage over him. You've seen Errol Spence and Fundora standing next to each other in the ring when Spence climbed up there after Fundora's fight. So there's a big height difference there, and reach, of course. Coming off of that inactivity, I think it's going to be tough for Errol Spence to find his way on, to the inside to make it happen. And we saw Fundora effectively use that long jab versus Tim Tszyu. He's going to use, he's going to do the same against Spence. He's going to try to keep him at the end of that stick. So that's a very, very intriguing matchup. Are we going to get the same Errol Spence that we've always seen? Is Errol damaged goods? Or are we going to get the truth in there? And, if that's what we're going to get, Fundora is going to be in trouble. He's going to find himself in trouble. Ooh, bang, bang, boogie in the building. What's the deal, my G? Yo, the magic question, man. Errol Spence, Sebastian Fundora, who you got? Who you got, my boy? Let me know what it is. Yeah. And you already know what it is as well, my peoples. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to Box Center, man. This is your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show for a reason. I'm your connections. I'm your plug. JSmiff. But yeah, my peoples, we got to see what it is, man. Sebastian Fundora, Errol Spence, they are confirmed. That fight is on. I think it's either December or January. Man, I'm looking forward to that. I am super looking forward to that fight. You know what? If I had to make a prediction right this moment, I think I would be in Fundora's favor. I would be in Fundora's favor simply for the fact, that inactivity. Errol hasn't been in the ring in over a year. For a while there, he wasn't in the gym. You could see that he was a little bit overweight as well. So he has to, work himself back into shape. And, I think that Sebastian Fundora is a very tough fight to come back, to make your comeback against. That's a tough fight, man. We're going to see. By the way, I'm not making a prediction just yet. I said if I had to make a prediction now, I would favor Fundora. But I don't have to make a prediction right now, and I'm not making it. I'm just saying. That's a good one, man. We haven't seen what Errol looks like after Bug. Good question. That's what I've been trying to tell people, Bang Bang Boogie. Because fans tend to feel like a fighter's just going to come back and be normal and be the same, be exactly the same. And if you've been watching boxing long enough, you've probably seen a fighter take a nasty beating and not really be the same after that. I've seen it. I've seen it multiple times where a guy took a bad beating and after that. Matter of fact, just go back to, and that's not that recent, but go back to Adrian Broner and Marcos Maidana. Look at every Broner fight before Maidana and after Maidana. And you'll see that pre-Maidana Broner, we never got him back. That's it. We never got that Broner that we thought was going to come back and we thought was going to overcome. We never got him. After that, we got the Broner that didn't let his hands go. We got the Broner that climbed in the ring, throwing 2 punches per round. And that has pretty much been a description of what Broner has been after he got beat up by Maidana. He completely turned into a whole different fighter. So we have to see Errol Spence. What Errol Spence are we going to get after Terrence Crawford? Can he be, the big fish again and do what we used to see him doing? Can he do that? We're about to find out. Fundora is a dangerous opponent to make that comeback, but also it's a good way for us to gauge where Errol is at. If he's at that elite level and performing like the big fish, if we're going to get the truth in that fight, then I could see Errol, walking out of there with the W via stoppage. But we have to see. We have to see. Is Errol going to let his hands go? Is he going to be overcautious now? Is he going to be hesitant to get on the inside? Because remember, there's a huge reach advantage in Fundora's favor. So Errol has no choice but to get on the inside. How is he going to do that? You got to put that jab out there, walk in behind that jab and move and make it happen. So, listen, I'm not ready to make any predictions. I want to see how Errol is going to look, a month, 2 months before the fight. How is he looking physically? I want to see that. And, man, listen, that fight is tough to predict because, the Tower Inferno, he's so tall. He has such reach advantage over... y'all probably seen it when they were standing face to face in the ring. Fundora is mad tall. What is he? 6 what? 6'6"? Something like that. Height and reach, brother. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying, though, man? With that height and reach, you saw how he did Tim Zoo. Kept him at the end of that stick. And, you know, Zoo has success, a lot of success, and was able to get in his shots. But still, you know, Fundora was able to outpoint him by keeping him at the end of that jab. And every time Tim Zoo tried to close the gap, yo, Fundora let them hands fly. Tough fight. Now, my peoples, gotta talk about this right quick, though. The Mexican Monster versus David Morrell. What y'all think about that fight? Yo, David Morrell has been asking for that smoke. He's been wanting that. Been wanting that action. And there's people that was actually saying, yo, nah, Benavidez don't want that smoke. Benavidez don't want it. There you have it right there. The Mexican Monster is giving us the fights we want. And y'all already know, only reason he don't fight Canelo is because, you know, Canelo ain't trying to give him that opportunity. I like Benavidez too. I actually got Benavidez winning by stoppage. And I tell you what, I got mad love for Morrell. You know, I respect his elite level skills. Don't get it twisted, my peoples. David Morrell is the truth. The reason I feel like Benavidez is going to have an edge is because the experience. You know, Morrell has, I think, like 12 fights, professional. And I know he has his amateur pedigree, but as a professional, he hasn't really been on the big stage. He hasn't fought for titles. He hasn't been, you know, a main event for a huge crowd like this, you know, this magnitude. So I think those bright lights are going to be too bright for him. You know, Benavidez has already been there, done that, performed at that level. David Morrell, I feel like he's going to be a deer in the headlight, and I feel like he's going to get clipped and go into exchanging blows with Benavidez. It'll go into, you know, I know he's going to box and he's going to move, but I know that there will be spurts where it turns into a slugfest, close range, point blank. And, you know, when you catch them hands from David Benavidez, that's the reason why they call him the Mexican Monster. There's problems. Some serious problems. That's what I'm saying, the Mexican Monster, because it's David and David. So I'm like, okay, now, you know, let me go with the Mexican Monster and Morrell. No misunderstandings. Better BF versus Bivol. Listen, man. I still haven't made my prediction. Like I said, I'm going to make my prediction right after the weigh-in. I want to see them get on the scale. I want to see how they look. Does anybody look drained? Does anybody look like they struggle to make weight? No, let me see what they look like before I make my prediction. That's where I'm at when it comes to that. Hey, yo, let me ask y'all a question, my peoples. Let me ask y'all a question. Now that I got y'all here. By the way, Box Center of the show at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Mondays through Fridays. Y'all already know what it is. And 2 episodes of Bad Beats are already up. Check them out. But here's the magic question for you, my peoples. Teofimo Lopez is saying that his comments about Crawford and Tank Davis, about them being monkeys and bananas, he's saying that that's like, you know, think outside the box, and he's marketing and he's trying to make it happen. So what do you guys think? Is it okay to use racist stuff, you know, and say that it's marketing but also say, oh no, I'm not racist. What do you guys think about that? And by the way, I personally, I'm not with it. I'm not with that strategy at all. Keep in mind that Teofimo Lopez pops did take a beating for, for calling people the N word with the hard R at the end. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't saying my nigga. He was saying the other word. So for using that other word, he took a beating. So there's already, speculation that they're both racists. And now you're gonna use, racist stuff to try to make a fight happen. I don't think that's the best angle, but that's just my opinion. Ooh, go Yankees. You already know what that is. Teofimo un payaso, man. Listen, Teofimo Lopez been calling out Buck Crawford, so right now neither of them have an opponent. Neither one right now. Teofimo don't have an opponent. Terrence Crawford don't have an opponent, and they've been going at it on social media. So might as well just make it happen in the ring. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If Teofimo Lopez and Terrence Crawford fight, I feel certain Teofimo's getting slapped brutally. Like, it would be quite brutal. Brutal. So it's not in his best interest to fight Bud. And I don't know, maybe he's just, because he himself said, hey, look, clout and attention and this to market and blah blah blah. So maybe he's just trying to get some attention and he don't really want to fight. You don't really. I don't know, because I'm saying that maybe he don't really want to fight, but the way he be acting, it look like he do want that fight. He be acting like he really want that smoke. So let's see, man. Let's see how that whole saga is gonna play out. But by the way, I seen somewhere that we may possibly get Jermel Charlo versus Bubu Andrade. Who do you pick in that fight? Jermel Charlo or Bubu Andrade if they fight each other? I like that fight, by the way. I like that fight. Jermel's gonna be, the aggressor. He's gonna try to come forward. Bubu gonna put them boxing IQ on his grill piece. So that's a good matchup, man. I hope they can make that happen. And I seen somewhere that El Rayo Valenzuela versus Pitbull Cruz 2, the rematch, may actually happen. In fact, it may actually happen in the Benavidez versus Morrell undercard. Like that's a co-main event or something like that. I think that Tail crosses the line of respect. He called out races, promotes the black fighters, and now you're right, bro. You're right. Teofimo Lopez, and you know what? He says that it's like a marketing strategy, but I'm gonna keep it real with you, my brother. To me, it's a horrible marketing strategy because people start harboring negative feelings towards you. The same way that your pops got dealt with, you could also get caught slipping and dealt with as well. There's somebody out there feeling salty about them comments that if they see you in person at the wrong place at the wrong time, they'll put hands on you. You know what I'm saying? You be that boxer who got knocked out from a sucker punch and shit like that. So, I think he should stay away from that type of approach. and just avoid, something negative happening. That, to me, there's no valid reason to make that type of statement. There's no excuse, Oh, I'm just doing it because I'm marketing, and I'm just trying to, see if I can get the fight. We're thinking outside the box. Man, you don't need to say racist stuff to think outside the box. If you need if thinking outside the box means going racism, we got to work on your creativity. Like, that's not thinking outside the box. That's being a racist. I'm telling you. See how you saying he should get slapped? Yo, when you talk the way he talking, he can get caught slipping. Teofimo be out and about. He be out in public. He be out there with no security. At the mall, at different places, with the family. It just take the wrong person to run into him and be like, oh, this dude said we monkeys. This the dude that said we monkeys, huh? Oh, we monkeys now. So, and you know what it is, man. There's always people out there that feel like they're going to earn some stripes if they do something to a celebrity, if they do something to a famous person. Yeah, if I knock this guy out, if I do something to this guy, I'm going to give me some stripes in the streets. So, stop, because somebody going to test you. I mean, of course, man, that type of disrespect is crazy. And the funny thing is, for you to say those things and then try to say, oh no, but I'm not racist. Come on, bro. Like, who the hell says that shit besides racists? But, all I'm saying is, if you actually ain't a racist and you actually are trying to do this for marketing or to try to get the fight, then all I'm saying is go in a different direction. Because this can actually turn into something worse that affects you outside of the ring, that can affect you in your personal life. Because when you start calling people those type of names, you're going to step in the ring and do your fight, and that fight's going to be over, but you don't live in the ring. You're going to step off that ring, and you go into a life where you go to the streets, you be out and about, you do things. You're going to see people. And some of these people are already harboring negative feelings about you saying that. Yo, listen, I'm going to put it to you like this, man. If I was Teofimo Lopez's advisor, I would tell him, yo, my guy, do me a favor, get up on your Instagram, go live, tell the people, listen, man, I made this comment. I'm sorry. I should never have made it. I was wrong for that. My bad, y'all. I do recognize that it's a racist comment. Nobody should ever go around calling anybody monkeys, and I will never do that again. So I'm sorry, my people. My bad. That's what I will have Teofimo Lopez say on his Instagram Live and across all his other social media platforms. Spread the message that you messed up, that you should never have said it, and you never do it again. But instead of doing that, what does he do? He doubled down. Keeps doing it. Just yesterday. Even though he already, that's why you see that he's acting like a racist. Because even though after the first time he said it about Terrence Crawford and Gervonta Tank Davis, even though he already heard the buzz, everybody saying, yo, this dude says some racist stuff. It's all over social media. It's viral. The topic of Teofimo Lopez making these monkey comments. The very next day he goes somewhere and the very next day he tweets Crawford that he's buying some bananas. Playing off of the monkey jokes. So that shows you right there. To be honest, when it comes to that subject, I think Teofimo is like a bit delusional. Where he's been so successful and he's made good money and he lives a good life, and he doesn't have anybody around him really that's gonna say, yo, You bugging out, man. By saying that, you bugging out. Don't say that. He doesn't have, when you're successful like that and you're young like that, you don't have anybody. You don't keep people that are gonna go against the grain in your circle. You keep the people around that are just gonna say yes to everything you say and are gonna laugh at your jokes even when they corny. And Teofimo Lopez, he ain't got nobody telling. In fact, he probably got people that agree with his comment and make those type of comments as well, like his father. So, no good, papi. No bueno. Teófimo está loco pa'l carajo, papi. You see what I'm saying? But I never take away from a fighter's credit. Teofimo Lopez is one of the best fighters in the world. He's an elite level fighter. He's a champion, multi-division champion. Beat, A-listers, top level guys. So I give Teofimo his credit in the ring. Just the way he be acting up sometimes, man. Sometimes the way he act, it makes it hard to support him. Like, imagine you make those type of comments, man. How do you support a guy that's gonna say things like that? So you make it hard for people to support you, my brother. God damn. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, Teofimo Lopez, making them comments about monkeys and bananas. He gonna be walking out and about, and somebody's gonna catch him slipping. Somebody gonna catch him slipping. He gotta stop doing that. Stop doing all that. And then, come on, don't go on TV. Don't go on your social media platforms and say, oh, no, I'm not racist. I'm just joking around. Or this is just for promotional purposes. Or I'm just trying to get the fight. Don't do that, because the very next day you're going to get on there again and be like, yeah, I'm getting some bananas. More racist shit. So if you already see that everyone sees a racist angle from those comments that you're making about monkeys and bananas, why would you keep doing it? Why on day one, after you made the monkey comments, about Tank and Bud, shit went viral, everybody saying that you are racist, why would you bring up bananas the very next day on social media, bro? Like, what are you saying? You can't help yourself with the racist shit? You can't stop yourself from doing it? Oh my goodness. Nah, cause listen, his pops, he like one of these old school racists that he'll say in your face. He don't even say it in private. That's why he got beat up. His pops got beat up for that. Punch drunk, king of punch drunk. You mean the guy, the YouTube guy? Because I don't know who you're referring to. But yo, man, listen. Like I told you, I tell Teofimo Lopez, man, he has to change that whole approach. Oh yeah, the YouTube guy Punch Drunk. Yeah, I know him. I mean, I see one guy who has that name, and then saw another guy who seems to have that name. Are you talking about the Punch Drunk that's an ex-boxer that he used to box? And cause I know one of the two, the older one, that he's he's a guy maybe his 40s or 50s. He's an ex-boxer. He posts a lot of content about his opinions about fights. Oh, el Dominicano. I not him. I think I follow him. I think I follow the guy that you're talking about. But I was talking about somebody else though. I'm talking about another one that's punch drunk as well. But El Dominicano, I think I may follow him. I'm not sure. So when it comes to Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora, my peoples, who y'all got? Who do you have? And how do you have that fight playing out? Is it going the distance, or is somebody going to sleep? I'm gonna tell you right now. I haven't made my prediction just yet, but Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora, that fight is not going the distance. The last belt, we're not gonna hear it. Somebody is getting slept. You could take that to the bank to get some pounds. Now, who's getting slept? I don't know just yet. I have to wait and evaluate some factors before I render an opinion. However, we have enough time. That fight's going to happen. I think they said early January. I think that's what they're saying. So we have enough time to make a prediction. Now, Dmitry Bivol, Arthur Beterbiev is coming up. Y'all already know, after the weigh-in, I'm making my prediction. That's how it's going down. And by the way, my peoples, remember to hit that like button. Don't be cheap. And subscribe, man. Go ahead and subscribe, because you're about to get some serious exclusive boxing content. Yo, y'all need to check out Bad Beats. 2 episodes of Bad Beats are already up. Yo, this is something different. Bad Beats is a show like nothing you ever seen before. Take my word for it. Check out Bad Beats. Don't be cheap. Hit that like button. Box Center is your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show. I'm your connections, my people. I am him. He made a video the next day eating bananas and calling everyone a monkey. Oh my God, yo. I mean, if he did that video in parody, like joking around about, what Teofimo did, that's cool. That's just parody. That ain't a big deal. To be honest, I personally wouldn't joke about it. I don't think it's funny to joke about anything involving race. I never think it's funny to make racist comment, Maybe within a comedy format, yes, it can be funny. It can be funny as hell if it's within a comedy format. But obviously, the way Teofimo's doing it, he's not telling jokes. He's saying racist stuff. So I'm not feeling that. But my peoples, listen, man. I appreciate y'all jumping on with me. Y'all already know what it is, man. Box Center, the show, Mondays through Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And Box Center, Bad Beats by JSmiff. Man, go check out the first 2 episodes. New episodes coming up and new exclusive content. Yo, by the way, my peoples, if you have not followed me on Instagram, you're missing out. Exclusive content. There is Box Center exclusive content that only gets dropped on Instagram. Don't miss out on that, my people. Whoa! Golly! Dropping lamps and all that out here. I'm out here causing earthquakes. You already know what it is, man. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe. I forgot what I was talking about, but I appreciate you, my peoples. Shout out to Bang Bang Boogie. Shout out to all my peoples who always drop in to show me love. We gonna keep doing it, man. Y'all already know what it is. Box Center, your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. El Fantasma de Geraldo Ledén. Take it easy, my guy. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow, my boy. Peace.